Guys, see that graveyard ahead? To get there, we might need to take a leap from here. All right, 3, 2, 1, jump. Okay, we've safely landed here. Graveyards and Ghosts is a mod that changes Minecraft's death mechanics. Now, when we die, we turn into ghosts and get teleported to a graveyard. Look around, we can find all sorts of tombstones of the deceased here. If you're like me and not in a hurry to respawn, you might want to hang around a bit longer. After all, nothing can kill you again here. Next, our goal is to find a statue with little hearts coming out of it. That's what can help us revive. Ah, there it is. Approach it silently, like a ghost. Well, we actually are ghosts now. And then right-click it to choose to resurrect. Look at that, our bodies are restored. However, graveyards are not exactly safe places. You might occasionally hear some eerie sounds here. And if you accidentally disturb the spirits, sometimes they might come out of their graves to find you. Please don't treat this place like it's Times Square for a casual stroll. Oh, and this mod also adds statues for most creatures, covering pretty much all material types in Minecraft, which you can use for decoration. So, after reviving, make a quick exit. Unless you're Yorick, then maybe you can make this place your home, huh? Alright, diving into the final Adversaries mod here. It's a classic RPG adventure that spices up Minecraft with 2 epic bosses, each lurking under massive trees. Let's kick things off with the first boss, the Sunflower Avatar. Imagine this, you're wandering around, and there it is under the minor light tree, a gigantic sunflower. Not just any sunflower though. Step into its territory and bam, it wakes up, ready to throw down. If you're thinking this is just another walk in the park, think again. This boss packs a punch with a head-smashing move, but since it's rooted in one spot, yeah, no feet, it can only attack from there. Your best bet? Dash right under it and strike at the roots. But watch out, after you've dealt some damage, it starts firing tracking particles at you. Kinda reminds me of those intense moments in the Dark Souls series. Feels oddly familiar, right? So, ready to face off against this colossal sunflower. Let's see if we can make it wilt. Once we defeat the Sunflower Avatar's first life, it wilts, temporarily losing all its power. We've got about 30 seconds here before it springs back to life for Phase 2. Perfect time to patch ourselves up and restock on supplies. In this next phase, things get a bit more intense. After a smash, it shoots out huge light beams from its head that spread across the battlefield, slowly covering more ground. Plus, it retains all the moves from Phase 1, so even though the difficulty doesn't spike too much, we can't let our guard down. Overall, this boss battle strikes a nice balance with medium difficulty and some really interesting mechanics. It's definitely going to be a hit with fans of the Souls series. Ready to dive back in and see if we can outlast this persistent foe? Let's do this. The second boss of the final Adversaries mod makes its home inside the Tree of Light, a colossal world tree that dwarfs the minor light tree. To really take in its full grandeur, you might need to bump your render distance up to 32 chunks in the settings. Nestled at the very heart of this giant, you'll find the Palace of the Boss. This boss kind of reminds me of Prince Lothric from Dark Souls 3, showing up in front of the player with a similar crippled posture. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to beat him. Every time I try to strike, a magic circle pops up under my feet and teleports me away. Probably need to complete a series of quests first. So if you guys are curious, maybe give this mod a shot yourselves. Overall, the model of this boss looks fantastic, and I bet it has some cool mechanics just like the Sunflower Avatar. Anyway, if any of you manage to beat this boss, feel free to share your experience in the comments. Good luck with the challenge. Horrrs Plant vs. Zombies has updated once again. let's check out what new plants this update has brought us. Ah, there's the Doom Shroom, and there's also the Cold Snapdragon. The Doom Shroom is a super powerful defensive plant. It packs a serious punch, capable of destroying a wide area of zombies after activation. When triggered, it explodes and creates a massive mushroom cloud. Not only does this explosion wipe out the zombies around it, but it also leaves a crater in the ground that lasts for a while. If you're like me and a bit concerned about this mighty mushroom messing up your landscape, you can do what I do. Plant them in pots. That way they only blow up the pots while still taking out your targets. Smart, right? Oh, and the other new plant is a chilly variant of the Snapdragon, the Cold Snapdragon. The cold they emit seems to make them shiver a bit themselves. Unlike the regular Snapdragon that spews out fiery breath, these guys shoot out chunks of ice. They freeze targets for a brief moment and slow them down. While they might not deal as much damage as their fiery cousins, their crowd control abilities give them an extra edge. The mechanics and animations for both new plants in this update look pretty cool. If you haven't updated yet, make sure to do so and check them out. Hi there! If you're a fan of post-apocalyptic survival sitting in front of the screen right now, this mod is definitely up your alley. It introduces 9 new types of zombies into our Minecraft world. Let's start with the basics, the Walker. The Walker family has 3 members, and multiple hits from them might poison you or inflict darkness. So, if you don't want to go blind, try taking them out from a distance like I do. Meet the Stinger, a crawling zombie that can't stand but has more health. Imagine it curling up like a squid ring hitting hot water when knocked down. Then there's the Dead Clock, a legless zombie that propels itself forward with its strong arms. True to its name, it attacks by spinning its upside-down body like a pendulum. Let's stop it swinging, shall we? Walker Riot. Let me check what that is. Seems like a baton? Yes, it's a zombie cop wielding a baton. So, if it's chasing you, expect some heavy hits with that baton. With a full set of riot armor, it's a tough nut to crack. Next up is the Seeker, which, if not for its ugly appearance, I might mistake it for a plant. It can't move and consists only of a bare spine and a skull, planted in a pot. Its swaying body might tempt you to attack. If you can't resist, it'll scream when attacked, bestowing some nasty effects on you. To avoid nightmares, let's pull it out of its pot. Walker Oppressor, the largest member of the Walker family, will charge at you unhesitatingly with its bulky frame. But its size makes it an easier target. See, there's always a silver lining. Last but not least, meet Mr. Walker Disturbed, a zombie overgrown with spores on its head due to severe infection. They also wield weapons, so keep your distance. If you've got a post-apocalyptic mod pack, try adding this latest mod to spice up your undead encounters. After all, the more types of zombies, the merrier the hunt, right? With the update to version 1.21, the Snuffles mod has made its way to version 1.21.1, and now we can enjoy it in the updated Minecraft. Snuffles are fluffy mobs with a big tongue, found in snowy biomes, sporting unique frosty fur. I wonder if their inspiration came from the Poros in League of Legends. They certainly share a few similarities, especially with their big tongues, right? If you approach them with a potato in hand, they'll be drawn to you, tongue flapping, as they run towards you. You can tame them by feeding them potatoes, just like I do. And if you feed them a bit more, they'll even enter breeding mode. Just a little side note, it's surprising how the Snuffle babies don't quite live up to their parents' looks. Because they live in snowy areas, their fur is naturally covered with frost, which you can remove using magma cream or fire. Here's where it gets interesting. Their overgrown fur sometimes covers their eyes. You can shear them to trim away the excess fluff and expose their eyes. By the way, if a Snuffle gets warm, it can turn frosty again by being out in the open during snowfall or by walking into powder snow. Plus, you can use slime balls on them to cycle through 4 different hairstyles. I hope these fluffy guys bring a bit of warmth to your chilly days. They're definitely cuter than my dog. Hopefully he didn't hear that. All right, Just when I thought I had covered everything from this mod a few days ago, they've gone and added new weapons. Relics and Chaos has introduced a pair of sibling swords, Honor and Disgrace, in this latest update. Honor is a shiny, golden blade that craves the final blow. When you strike a mob with this sword, it marks them. If you hit the same marked mob again, it clears the mark and deals double damage. To keep things balanced and prevent it from being too overpowering, the mod creators have added a cooldown period after each mark is cleared. This cooldown ensures you can't continuously deal double damage without a brief pause, keeping the gameplay fair and engaging. Disgrace is its brother, a crooked, tainted blade that reeks of betrayal. You can wield it alone, dual wield it with another weapon, or pair it with Honor in each hand. Whatever floats your boat, really. Each combination unlocks different combat actions. When wielded alone, Disgrace inflicts weakness on hit. However, when paired with Honor and you right-click with it, it sets off a countdown of 4 seconds. After the countdown, it unleashes a powerful slash on all nearby mobs that have been marked by Honor. This devastating slash deals 15 attack damage plus 3% of the mob's maximum HP and also inflicts slowness for a short duration. For those of you looking for more intriguing weapons to try out, give these a shot. Oh, and if you want to dive into the mechanics of other weapons, don't forget to check out my video from a few days ago. Ah, look what I've stumbled upon. Following our previous adventure with the Cyberpunk 2077 gun pack, this time we're swinging to the other end of the spectrum. Why, you ask? Because unlike last time's futuristic arsenal, these guns hail from Red Dead Redemption 2. Yes, folks. Now, with this VIX point-blank add-on for Minecraft, we can play as Wild West cowboys, bringing a collection of vintage firearms from the last century, or should I say, the century before that, right into our game. From revolvers to repeaters, rifles, pistols, and even some shotguns. This add-on has it all. Don't the models look stunning? But since these firearms are from an older era, their loading systems are quite ancient. You might find yourself spending a good chunk of time reloading after each shot. Hopefully, you've got the patience of Arthur Morgan. From the feel of the shots to the reloading animations, this add-on includes 20 different firearms, immersing you deeply into the Wild West cowboy culture. Combined with the futuristic firearms from the previous Cyberpunk 2077 pack, I think these dozens of guns should be enough for you all, because I gave you all I had, in Arthur Morgan's tone. Here it comes, folks. Epic Paladins has just rolled out its latest update, porting over to version 1.21. But the big news? It now supports better combat. Yes. Now, when you're wielding these weapons, I highly recommend installing better combat. Pretty much every weapon has its own unique attack style. For the veterans out there, you're probably familiar with this mod. Can't believe it's been 2 years since I last talked about it. Time flies, and yeah, we're still single. Up to now, through its various updates, this mod has introduced a total of 8 sets of high-quality armors, all featuring 3D textures and models drawn right from medieval times. Sounds pretty cool, right? These armors are even better than netherite gear in terms of base armor. So if you've got a medieval mod pack and you're looking to spice up your defense options, I strongly suggest giving this a try. Not sure how many Sword Art Online fans are out there, but here's a resource pack inspired by SAO that changes the fading effect of Minecraft mobs when they die. Yeah, it looks just like the pixelated disintegration effect that enemies in Sword Art Online have when they're defeated. Pretty cool, right? If you're into playing with tech or futuristic mod packs, this resource pack should fit right in with their style. At least, that's what I think. So, if you're looking to bring a bit of that SAO flair to your Minecraft world, definitely give this one a try. Okay guys, let's whip up some snacks for Endermites. To kick off this mod, we need to toss some nether wart, thick potion, magma cream, and chorus flour into an empty cauldron. Boom, they'll blend together and turn into a paste. If you're like me, getting chased by Endermites, we just need to feed them these snacks. Upon encountering an endermite, as stated earlier, drop the item onto it and watch as it chows down on its mystical snack. Here comes the crucial part. This isn't just a regular distraction snack. After waiting for a bit, I'd estimate around 20 seconds, lure the endermite onto a purple block, purple pillar, or a double purple slab block and feast your eyes on the magic that unfolds before you. Yes, Endermorphosis is a mod that allows endermites the ability to burrow into purple blocks, pillars, or double slabs to transform into shulkers in a way that is differently implemented compared to other mods that follow a similar concept. If you're like me, struggling to set up a shulker farm, this transformation method can be a real game changer. Just remember to quickly step away to avoid being hit by those angry bullets. Any Brazilian viewers out there in front of the screen? Let me take you into the exploration of the tropical rainforest. The Brazilian expansion mod brings a biome inspired by the tropical rainforest to Minecraft and generously populates this biome with 11 different types of animals. These animals cover all realms, land, sea, and air, from various sizes of fish and turtles in the water, to the majestic ornate hawk eagle perched atop trees, as well as ocelots, rocket deer, and lizards that frequently appear during rainy weather. You can immerse yourself in exploring this land and interact with these animals over and over. By the way, the animation quality of this mod is pretty high. Each animal is supported by beautifully crafted animations. Hope you all enjoy your exploration of the tropical rainforest. Fantasy Armor has just rolled out an update with 3 new sets of armor, and they sound pretty cool. Let's dive in and see what they're all about. Crucible Knight Armor is clearly inspired by the notorious Crucible Knights from the legendary game Elden Ring. Despite being so tough that I haven't beaten the game, I'll forever remember them. This armor gives you fire resistance, which is super handy for luring enemies into lava for some heated battles. Manic Evening Ghost Armor is infused with the power of a ghost, granting us night vision. If you're tired of the bubbles that night vision potions produce in dark environments, then this armor is a perfect choice. It keeps you seeing clearly without any fuss. Ronin Armor boosts your jumping ability, and like the other two, it grants a regeneration effect. All these sets have something special to offer, so if your mod pack could use some more medieval-themed armor, trying out this mod would be a great idea. A little tip from Lulu to enhance your immersive experience: combine these with the Epic Fight mod. Hey guys, check out what I just found. I seem to have stumbled upon a port of Better End for version 1.12.2. I wonder if any of you watching my video might miss that old version. Or maybe you're still playing it. Anyway, this mod spectacularly ports the entire Better End to version 1.12.2. If you've been looking to enrich the end in that version of Minecraft, this would be your best bet. But there are a few things I need to remind you about. Don't hate me for being a bit naggy. This could affect your mod setup. The mod depends on the Nether API library, which provides the API needed to add new biomes to the end. The mod also uses mixins, so you'll need to install Mixin Bootstrap or another Mixin implementation mod to get it running. Also, note that the mod uses a lot of glowing blocks, which might cause performance issues. Therefore, it's recommended to use the Optifine mod for light engine optimizations. Wishing you nostalgic folks a wonderful journey in the end.